Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Sean Graves, and tonight we are going to be doing the monthly Wet on Wet Bob Ross painting. It's going to be a little bit of a follow along. Hi Light Bright! Hold on girl, let me get you. Let me get you. What is up, sweetheart? I gotta see this on the... Wait. Update! Okay. When it updates, I will definitely get that shout out to you. What is up, sweetheart? We are going to be doing a paint along. My morning has been like hit the ground running. And I'm super excited to get this going because we're going to be doing a winter theme tonight. It's going to be completely different than the painting that we did last month. And Light Bright, I just want to say thank you so much for inspiring me to do this, because it's not something that I would normally think to do. Like, I just recreationally paint, and it was like, you should do this monthly, and I was like, or you should do this on stream, and I'm like, okay, yeah, let's do this. So I want to just reach out to you and say thank you so much for tapping into that creativity and helping a brother out and being supportive and things like that. Everything that you do. So yeah, we are going to be doing a winter scene. We're going to do a beautiful sky. We're going to do some mountains, some clouds. I'm going to show like a couple of different ways of doing clouds. And then we're gonna do some trees, and we're gonna do, because it is a winter theme, we're going to do a little bit of a lake thing, and we're gonna do a little bit of land, and making like the indications of ice on the lake as if it's frozen over. So utensils that you will be using, first and foremost, as far as metal is concerned, you'll be needing a knife. We will be doing 2-inch brush, 1-inch brush, and I don't know what happened to my 1-inch brushes, but I thought I accounted for all of them, so if I'm like over cleaning this thing, it's because I only have one. We will be using varying sizes of fan brushes, as well as, well, we'll see where else we go from there, but that's going to be pretty much the brushes and hardware. This is a double primed white gesso canvas, so by that I mean I took a canvas and put gesso on it twice in a row, and every time let it dry and things like that. So it's a nice smooth surface. There's a couple of blemishes from the gesso, but that's fine. It adds, to me, it adds character. And so another thing I would like to talk about that I didn't catch up on, or I don't feel like I talked about last VOD, was the idea of liquid clear and magic white. We will be using magic white on this one because a lot of the mixing here is going to be brightening the colors. So that's what magic white does. And magic white is a combination of titanium white. I don't know if you can read that very well, but titanium white and linseed oil. And so you kind of just do like a nice, well, this is going to be thick, and we want to kind of just get it down to what I like to call thin icing, like really thin frosting icing, you know, that you would usually see on like a cake. This is more like cupcake thick, and it is thick. Like, one of my main inspirations to painting, aside from Bob Ross, the man, the myth, the legend, is his mentor, Bill Alexander, and he is like, he always talks about having a thick oil paint. It has to be thick. If it's not thick, it's not going to do well up here. But also with thick, you want thin oil paints as well, because what we do up here, thin sticks to thick, thick sticks to thin. You can't have thick on thick and thin on thin, because it just won't transfer, like the paint won't stack on top of each other nicely. So that's what we're gonna do. But we will be using titanium white for a lot of this. We'll also be using magic white for not only basing this canvas or as a medium, but we will also be using it as a color too. So I like to have like a nice little ball glass jar full of this, and I just put the tube in and then I stir it up until I get a nice consistency. And then you can always add linseed oil. As far as taking away, you would just have to go buy yourself another $20 tube of this stuff and pour it in and get yourself another medium. So as far as colors are concerned, I'm gonna call them out, find them in my bucket of colors here, and then we're gonna put them up on here and slap it up here on the canvas. So yeah, let's go ahead and just get into the. Let me check the shoutouts one more time. There you are, hon. Hopefully that worked. I don't know, sometimes like Stream Deck wants to work and sometimes it don't. So there we go. Okay, cool. Yeah, so it's just really thin icing in there. Well, it's a little bit thick, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's Sean approved. So we'll just dip right in, get as much as we want. And when it comes to the canvas up here, you don't want it too thick or too thin. You just want it nice. You want it. This is kind of the boring part that Bob Ross doesn't like to put onto the television. He'll usually just tell you like, yeah, we just put some magic white up here. So best of luck if you haven't gotten that far, because don't know if you can tell the color difference of the canvas color versus the liquid white that I'm putting up here. You should be able to just glide over your canvas with your paint. Don't worry about too little, not good. Too much, not good. And to get the too much off, you just have to brush it off, which is kind of annoying, but it is what it is. Santa Claus, or Santa Sean, got me a new easel this year. The one that I had before is going to be more like the drying easel for my paintings. And so you just want it nice and even. Sometimes Bob Ross does do this part on his TV show. Bill Alexander does a lot more of like what I'm doing right now, where I'm like telling you what is up. Right now I'm kind of interested in Maxwell Parrish and his oil paints. Specifically, there's a painting called Daybreak that uses a whole lot. Man, his method, it's a doozy, because it would take me, well, it took him months to paint, and I've never painted a painting with months involved. So I'm gonna put this down, and so like when I drop out of frame, it's because I'm putting things down on the floor. So yeah, months, because he would dry it and then he would put paint on top, and then he'd dry it and then he'd glaze it and then paint it, and it created these layers. It's crazy light, like seriously. I wanted to tell you all that this thing right here, here's a painter's secret. It's collapsible. And this bucket here is what I use to clean my brushes off with the excess, like cleaning utensils. This is, you can find at a normal camping section of the store, in the camping gear spot, and I just like it because as a minimalist, I keep all my stuff in like a small little box as far as utensils are concerned. I mean, even my brushes are in a little jar. Actually, this is this mason jar here, it once was tomato sauce. So it is what it is, but it collapses so that way everything crunches down, doesn't take too much space, and I can easily clean it out and things like that. So just a little painter's, tip about it. So yeah, my solvent is a non-odorless, or it's odorless solvent. You can use whatever you wish, glycerol or what's the other one? Paint thinner. Like it's your prerogative, but there's a little wire whisk down here in the bottom. I don't know if you can see that very well, but I just kind of popped it up right there. Not very well, but anyway, it's right there. In there, and what that is a sink wire. Oh yeah. I am the same way. Well, I also, so I have tended to use pesto jars for reusing them as, oh hey, thank you for the follow. What's the name? For the love of you. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. Judging you because my name is not spelled Shawn, S-H-A-W-N, but it's okay. Hello, welcome to the chat. So yeah, I use pesto jars for salad dressings and things like that. So yeah, you just kind of just throw things in, beat the devil out of it. There you go. Clean brush. And believe me, that's gonna be like the first of many times I'm gonna be cleaning brushes tonight. We're definitely gonna pull out some phthalo blue. Prussian blue. I'm feeling like alizarin crimson tonight. I don't know, like I've been really kind of jonesing for that. And there we are. And while I'm in here, I'm gonna grab ivory black and yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. That's all I'm gonna do. Move the phthalo white out. Hello, hello. It's okay, it's no problem. I get it all the time. Actually, when I go to stores or like shops or whatever, a lot of people, when I just tell them like Panera Bread, for example, or Star Schmucks or wherever, I'm like, hi, I would like a venti caramel macchiato, blah, 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 blah. What's your name? Sean. And as soon as I see them type more than 4 characters, I already know we lost. I already know I lost them. And it's fine. It looks so relaxing. It is relaxing. Painting should always be relaxing. I don't understand the trope of painters frustrating onto the canvas like they're putting their whole heart into it. Come on, paint. Don't do this to me! Stupid. It's one of those things where like I'm gonna have to need to do some dissection of the oil paints here. Break everything off. How's life? How's everyone doing for the weekend? Like, it's been a hell of a week for me. I've been pulling 10s for like the whole week, and I'm just like, what is the first world problem here? Why am I not able to open this? I may have to figure out something other than alizarin crimson, unless if I have a different bottle of it. Ah, okay. Always have 2, just in case the first one fails on you. Bye, Felicia. If your name's Felicia, I don't apologize. So yeah, we're gonna put some alizarin crimson in there. Maybe one of these days I'll get to a place where like I have the crawl of colors that I'm using. Your phthalo blue. Phthalo blue is one of my favorite colors. I was actually looking at, it's not a new color, but it's a new color to me, and that would be cobalt blue, because sushi. Woo, sushi, hell yeah. That sounds relaxing too. Shoot. Got the hungs. Actually, I kind of had to smash breakfast and lunch to get to where I am today. Let's see. And then this is Prussian blue. I'm gonna put it right next to the ivory black color. So like, I know it looks like a lot of dark colors here today, guys and gals and everyone in between, but it'll be okay. It'll be all right. So for what we got going today, we got alizarin crimson right here. We've got ivory black, Prussian blue, and phthalo blue right here. And you know what, we're just gonna use the same brush here. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go in and get like alizarin crimson up in here, and then phthalo blue, and then Prussian blue up here. I'm gonna kind of like vignette the sky a little bit. So yeah, we're just gonna go right into the alizarin crimson here. Our canvas is nice and wet, so just get as much color as we can, and here we go. Now the white mixes in with the pink or the red, whatever color you want to wish it to be. And what I'm trying to aim here for is just some like X motions in the sky here. The white mixes with the color, which brings it into more of an opaque color, which is fine. And just dance it around, do some colors here, like that. Told you I'm gonna be turning into a paint washer by the end of the night here, which is fine. Thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I'm not a professional. I'm not licensed by any means. I've been doing this for about... Well, how long have I been divorced now? It's kind of weird that, like, I associate how long I've painted to how long I've been divorced. But yeah, it's been about 3 years painting strong, and yeah, I think that's long enough to call yourself a pro, maybe. Okay, so we got the alizarin crimson here, and now I'm gonna go out here and do the phthalo blue and then the Prussian blue up in this business here. So we'll just go right into the phthalo blue here. It's a really strong color. It's one of my favorite colors to paint with because it's transparent. I used a lot of it in the painting right behind here, and it really likes to be a nice, pretty sky color. And by the way, I'm not going off of anything, any directions, just kind of going about life. I think it's kind of like when you kind of decide like whether or not you're a painter or not, is when you kind of take all the ideas and things that other greats have done, and then you just kind of... Now, oh, here, take a look at that. Do you see that white right there in the blue? That came from here. Okay, so remember when you go in, you're gonna be taking off and putting up color from your canvas. So there's that. We're just gonna bring it around. It's gonna look like somebody with a big old fro. Need some eyes, a nose, and a mouth, and then maybe it's Bob Ross, I don't know. But the remainder of the blue here, we're just gonna just throw it down here in the bottom, and this will be our lake area. Sometimes I feel like some of the snow sceneries I do from time to time, you have to have a little bit of blue underneath it. Otherwise, it just doesn't do the thing. I did go see The Wizard of Oz. Yes. Oh my gosh, I loved it. I did. It was amazing. I've seen The Wizard. I was in The Wizard of Oz when I was in high school, and I'm pulling out some color from the Prussian blue here, and then we're just gonna vignette it because it is darker than the phthalo, and it's still dirty. It's still a dirty brush. I still have the phthalo blue in here. Maybe darken it just a little bit more up in here. So this is our sky. Yeah. I was in a play of The Wizard of Oz. Howdy doody, what is up? What is up, Subsonic Man? Hello, hello, and welcome. Welcome to the painting party. I hope that, the witch always makes the movie. If you don't have a good, evil witch for The Wizard of Oz, then you don't really have a movie. Dorothy doesn't have a reason to be there anymore. Funny story about that movie. The actress who played the witch, her first entrance into the film, she goes down like a lift, right? And then what was supposed to happen is, yeah, so Glinda or not Glinda, but Elphaba, right? The Witch of the West, she goes down the shaft and then what was supposed to happen was she was supposed to step away, and then the fire goes up. That didn't happen, and so when she went down, they forgot to pull her fast enough, and the fire went up in her face, and she was wearing grease paint for her face, and she had second-degree burns on her face and hands for that whole sequence. So any other time you see the witch go, and then, you know, red smoke, no fire. No fire. And that only happened, I think, once. One other time in the film. So, yeah. It was, that's like one of those, like, insider little tidbits about the... Actually, so Light Bright is a mod because she and I know each other very, very well. We used to work together back in the day. Nice clean brush here that we got going here. I'm gonna dry it off with a old roll of what's it called? Paper towel. And just get all the excess stuff out. Works in my building. Oh, nice. Okay. Nice. It's always a small world, isn't it? Okay, so we have our kind of sort of sky going on here, but we need to blend it out a little bit. So what we're gonna do is just with a dry brush, just go right back to just diffuse. Diffuse and mix the colors here. X mark, just diffuse. I wanna see like a blend of where one color changes and the next one kind of just goes into the next color line, you know? Nothing too crazy. I'm not gonna bring blue into the red because I kind of want to keep that going on, you know? But yeah, just doing some X motions here. Good old-fashioned X motions. I'm also picking up a little bit of the ink there, and again, just kind of dancing it across the way. Yeah. Let that brush think about it for a second here. And then we're just gonna brush across. Just brush across. Brush across. Get the sky nice and hypnotized. It will not make a difference as to what's been touched and what hasn't been touched, because a lot of what we just did here ain't gonna matter. Oh, they're not dumb cats. No cat's a dumb cat. Well, I don't know. Sometimes my cat Fizzgig, she likes to, as it should be. Absolutely. Of course, if anyone finds me, because the internet is vast and infinite, that's always nice too, you know? I'm all about that life. beating the devil out of some brushes. Oh, yeah. Some people like the ASMR of painting. I don't know. Oh, yeah. You like the ASMR of that? It'll be alright, guys. It'll be okay. So, I'm going to teach you all how to do some clouds. For clouds, I like to use Obvi, some titanium white. Titanium white's going to be like a really huge color in this painting here. The crazy part is, like, this will last me forever. Like, it's kind of like, titanium white is kind of like, it's like the cocoa butter of painting. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's there because if you need to moisturize, you moisturize, but if you don't need it, it's there and a whole bottle lasts forever. So, what we're gonna do, what we're also gonna use is a little bit of phthalo blue and a smidgen of alizarin crimson, and we're just gonna mix this up into a nice mauve color. Typically I don't like to have my colors be like pre-made. There's only like one color that I have actually gone out and tried to experiment with, and that was magenta for Light Bright's photograph that I have now wrapped up because tomorrow morning that thing is going up to Hawaii. But yeah, like, I like to mix colors. I know that Maxwell Parrish does not like to mix colors. He was living in a time frame in the 1920s where there were just all these new industrial created colors, and I'm gonna just trust my eye on this one and say that that's about as mauve as possible. So I can also kind of see it on the paint knife there too. So what's gonna happen is I'm gonna use this as my shade and this as my my top layer, essentially, for my clouds. So I gotta think about what I'm doing here. Because I know I'm gonna be mixing up a little bit more later on in life. Okay, so for the first type of cloud I'm going to be doing, we're going to be using a fan brush because to me it's like the easiest way to make a cloud. So what you'll do is you'll just brush up your red and purple, red and blue, blue and red, whatever you want to call it, color there, just on the tips. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that, love. And so with fan brushes, a lot of different things live in this brush, and one of them is clouds. And what I like to do is do like a smudgy, kind of like big circles, kind of like C's, but just big circles, you know, like just. And you start with the corner, and then you can kind of round yourself into the brush. So that way you can just kind of figure out where your cloud kind of lives. And you just kind of let it dance on your cloud. That's supposed to be the undercoat, you know? Let's come back in and you ladder up. And we'll do another one right here. Let's get into this. Let's get into this life. you know? Just like that. That's a cloud and that's a cloud. And you know why? Because I fucking said it was. And if you tell anybody about where that cloud is, I will find you. I will hunt you down. Thank you. Well, you know what? I just want this to be on playback. I want this to be in the background. I want this to be where another way of, oh, let me, hold on. Grab another fan brush. I got multiple fan brushes running with me right now. I think I counted, I have like eight of these bad boys. So I'm just gonna grab another number 2 fan brush, and I'm gonna pull out the titanium white, which is a thick paint here. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just dance on top of the darkness. So, because you can't have light without darkness, okay? So thick on thick, or thick on thin, thin on thick, light on darkness. So we just kind of let the paint dance on top of it. And you can go back in as much as you would like, right there. If I'm out of shot frame, it's because I'm being a brush cleaner. And you can come back in and redo, and just keep on adding and adding and adding more white to your paint. Let me go for a bigger fan brush here for this guy. Load it up on both sides, and then swirl, 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 swirl. And of course we're not done, because you want to take a third fan brush, 3 fan brushes later, and then you just want to just barely graze with the side of your fan brush here, and get that barrier in between. Like that. And come over here and do the same thing, or you can even use the other side of the corner there, and just let those moments come into one another. See? And here's the thing, if I can do it, you can do it, okay? Because I was scared as you know what making clouds. Because Bob Ross goes, oh hey, we're just gonna fly, you know, throw up here a cloud or two. And I know that he's like a professional and he like, I suck at everything. No, you don't. No, you don't. There's always something that everyone's good at. I protest. You know, so you remind me of a story. It's one of those stories that's like handed down through time. It's called The Hummingbird. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. But some people use it as a, some people use it to describe what life is like being an empathetic person, or being a hero, or anything like that. I like to use it for talking about when you don't know, when you try and you're just trying, A frustrated painter. Yeah, I am just, yeah, I was saying the same thing just a while back. I was like, yeah, this is not the frustrated painter channel. This is the, dude's trying, so brace for shock. Aww. So the Hummingbird's a story about these creatures in the jungle. You can pick any jungle. And, well, one day a fire breaks out and all the big animals, the elephants, the lions, the tigers, the bears, who knows what jungle you're living in, they all run out of the jungle because they don't want to get, you know, burnt, and they're watching their whole home just get engulfed in flames because it's the jungle. And they cross a river, all these creatures, the flamingos, the birds, the toucans, even the sloths got out of it, right? And, well, as they're staring and gawking and gazing into the inferno that was once their home, this brave little hummingbird went down to the river and gathered up as much water as it could in its bill and tried to go put out as much of the fire that it could, right? And a lot of the animals were just like, what are you doing, hummingbird? Like, you can't handle a whole fire by yourself. Like, what makes you think that you can save our home? And the hummingbird, in all its efforts of trying to save what was once their home, turned to the other animals and said, but I'm trying, you know? And that's kind of how I attack a painting that I kind of just go in on. It's like, I've painted, I've done follow-alongs, I'm now going out on my own and I'm trying. So a lot of this is just going out and adventuring on my own. I'm using a 1-inch brush here because I wanted to show you all how to do clouds with a 1-inch brush. But the hummingbird is one of my favorite stories to share because it really speaks to, I think, how, see, with the 1-inch brush you can really get into how much or how big or how little your cloud's going to be. I'm gonna put another one right here. I'm just using the tip of, like, just the corner of my brush here and just swirling around the idea, the indication of a cloud. Okay, everybody? Because it doesn't have to be anything specific. It's not that big of a deal. Clouds are free, they're floating. They don't have anything to wait on, and they could be in any shape that you wish it to be. So don't get too hung up on even just like the little bits right there where it's like, oh, the cloud isn't all together. That's fine. It could be waffly and aloof and things like that, you know? One of the first few things, like I said, the first thing that I learned when I became, when I started painting this way was that you're gonna turn into a brush cleaner. Brush cleaner first, artist fifth. Way more down the line than that. So yeah, you know, shoot, we could even just flavor this up a little bit and bring in some of that alizarin crimson to the white right here, and just dance it up. Grab just a little bit of that, and then just dance on top. Dance on top of the blue, purple color that we just placed there. and allow that to be that light on top. Enough white to kill for the snow down below. Smudge it on top. And the idea is that there is something called a cloud up here. Whatever indication those may be. So yeah, those are our clouds. We're gonna blend them out just a little bit with the 1-inch brush, dried off and rinsed and things like that. Maybe that is a dark, angry one. Maybe he ain't feeling it today. Maybe he woke up on the wrong side of the bed today. Mads, hi, hun. How you doing? Welcome to the paint show. Did not have enough coffee. In fact, speaking of coffee, I'm only a cup and a half deep. And I'm looking at my other one right in front of me and looking at me like, hey, how you doing there, Sean? You want some of this coffee? In fact, this weekend the goal is to get to a place where I'm not on mid-check anymore. So I'm gonna be falling asleep later on tonight, to wake up and socialize with the rest of the world. One whole pot, woo! Woo, girl. I feel your struggle there, I really do. Okay, dry 1-inch brush. We're just gonna go right where the media, like right where the white and the darkness meets, and we're just gonna caress that in-between spot right there. So that way nothing is too, like, just diffuse. Diffuse just a little bit. If you have to turn it over and get the other side of your brush there because you transferred some colors over, that's fine. It's okay. I think a lot of people expect themselves to be in a place where they're like, oh, it's not perfect, I'm horrible. And it's like, nah, dude, you're fine. You're totally fine. Don't worry about it. But I want these to be so far in the back there because we're about to put in a mountain. Yeah, no, I totally hear you on that. I totally hear you on that. I did 10 myself. Not that I was like trying to not go for the full 20 or 25 or whatever. I always treated my career like, you know, whatever. Aw, thank you for your service too. But yeah, like, I was telling my friend and coworker Dex that I should have been an easy sell for my 4th re-enlistment, but that didn't happen. And I feel how I walked away from the Navy was they lost a easy sell on an employee that all I was asking was, give me a reason why to keep working for you. Light Bright, the drama. What? No, you're right though. I mean, they just lowered the ASVAB score to 10, so that only means that a chief is gonna get in and be an ASVAB score of 10. So 2 hairs and some air technique. This is a basic painter's brush, but I clipped the end because typically I don't know if you can kind of see that, but like it kind of curves a little bit there on the top, right? I try to keep cutting down until it's like a flat line, but 2 hairs and some hair, just kind of doing that, and then I'm just gonna barely caress the king. What is up, my dude? Where you at, brother? Yeah, freaking just 2 hairs and some air, just barely touching and barely caressing. That's all I just want to do, just barely. Hold on, just gotta get my bearings here. Bob Ross is a lot quicker than I am, that's for sure. And with the clouds, I'm doing a big C shape. Well, not a big C shape, a small little C shape. So I want to push them up a little bit. Being very particular about some aspects of this. Again, if I'm out of shot, it's probably because I'm cleaning, doing a really quick cleaning of the brushes here. Alright, I think we're in mountain mode, everybody. Who doesn't like making mountains? We're gonna be using our palette knife on this one. What we're gonna do is we're gonna use that black and Prussian blue, and we're just gonna make a nice peak out of this, and we're just gonna push those mountains back into the distance. So a little bit of the Prussian blue, smack that thing over there. Black, black and blue, or blue and black. It's really nothing of too much consequence. How's it going, King? I try to get on here as comfortable for the UK as possible, my dude. Thank you for coming in. What effectively I'm trying to do here is create like the darkest color that I could possibly think of. And the irony is that black does have a hint of blue in it, which is why you don't normally want to put like anything yellow on top of black, because then you start seeing blue out of anywhere. So when it comes to making mountains, just want to get like a little roll of tape here, and then, well, big decisions that we got to make here. So, yeah, it's a really dark color here, but that's fine. That's all right. So yeah, let's just go in on it. Big decisions. Sean, why did you kill all that beautiful, beautiful sky right there? Well, it's my world and I decided what I want to do with it, okay? No, girl. Ooh, girl, you running a marathon on Sunday? Girl, I ran a marathon, fudge, years ago. And it was the Whidbey Island Marathon. Broke me for 3 days straight. And the Navy was like, so you still coming in, right? And I was like, yeah, when pigs fly. All right. I'm getting some business here done. I'm awfully sorry to hear about that light bright, because like seriously, like only in the Navy do you work for an institution where it's okay to send someone home crying. And then they're gonna be like, oh, the Navy's so sensitive these days. No, it's because people are assholes to one another. So yeah, just gonna make this mountain thing happen. Canvas will take what it wants. 1-inch brush, and we're just going to pull that color and just follow the lines. Follow the indication of lines. Follow the lay of the land. I'm sure there's so many people who are like real artists out there who are like, why is he holding his brush like that? Don't worry about what I do. Paint however you wish to paint. I'm actually just more shook that my Essential Tremors is not acting up today. Yeah, I totally hear you on that. Like, that's the thing. It's like the catch-22 with commands is that they could be really awesome, but then they could also like turn around and just be like, "You thought this was a game?" And you're like, "What in the first world problem? Like, why'd I like explain to me why I put so much effort into this life, into this moment?" And you gonna do me like this, you know? I'm just putting more color of the mountain color in here. It's not a big problem, everybody. I just like to use up as much of the color on my palette as possible before moving on to somewhere else. Not that it's a big deal, but I figured if I just mixed all that up, I may as well just use it. Right? Where's that? Oh, really? Not that I don't like cribbage, it's just that I feel like the way the Chiefs have adopted that as like their game, and I'm just sitting there going like, grow up and play Pokemon. I'm just spraying the color out, just more on the mountainside here. Mind you that there's color underneath. I'm not being too aggressive with that, but I'm just trying to spread out the love of the land here. So, now we get to the fun part, everybody. Gonna put the white on. We're gonna make some big decisions here of where the snow likes to live. Kind of looks like Coors Mountain here. Oh man, I did not mean for that to happen, but it happened. It is what it is. Hope you got a cold one on you because risky. So even when it comes to laying down some snow, just get a good load up of titanium white on your palette knife here. And then think about where the light's coming. For this one, it doesn't necessarily matter. It's kind of helpful to just have something called an idea. Mainly because it'll just make sense. It'll just make sense at the end of the day. So, anyway, let's see, what can we do here? I'm gonna go for, I'm right-handed, so it's gonna come on the right side. If you're left-handed, you do you on the left side, you know what I'm saying? Actually, I might do it left-handed, since I'm going in this way. No, I'm gonna go right-handed. Screw it. Oh, another thing, I was just about to commit. When you do lay it down, be very gentle about how you apply it and pull it on your canvas here, because you want it to look like, you know, cake. You want to look like you're icing, just laying down like a nice sheet of white on top. So you just let the canvas take if that's the paint that it takes, then that's the paint that it takes, and you can't be upset about it. That's why we pull out so much titanium white. Mind you, the problem here is that a lot of going back and pressing down, or even just gliding, the amount of titanium white that we're applying here, it's gonna mix that blue in there, and then you're just gonna have like strange textures playing on top of your mountainside there. And it's okay to have like the little strange pieces up here, you know? And not all icing happens the same way, you know? Sometimes there's dooders and donors and all kinds of stuff around mountains like this. I'm kind of thinking about, as I'm painting this, I'm kind of thinking about like the Olympic mountains or the mountains up in Washington that I used to see when I used to live up there, you know? That could be like a really nice guide for someone who doesn't know what mountains ought to be painted as. Not that I'm saying this is the way to do it, but it's a nice way of thinking about it. What I'm getting at is like, it helps to kind of try this out first, and then look at mountains like St. Helen, Vernon, Shenandoah. I'm on the West Coast, so those are like a lot of the mountains that I like to look at. I'm a wizard! I'm a Hufflepuff. Is this my wand? Yeah, you can always add as much snow or as little snow as you wish. Don't ever feel like it's overdone. And the canvas will take what it wants from you, okay? That's the thing about it. Sometimes it gives, sometimes it doesn't. That's the way it is. It is the way that it is. Yeah, sorry to everybody who thought that I was a Gryffindor or a Ravenclaw or a bastard Slytherin. Them fighting words. Oh, honey. Shots fired. I know you're a Slytherin. I know what you are. The whole world knows what you are. I'm gonna make this mountain come out in front. That's what we're gonna make happen. It's giving the indications of things happening out in front like that. See? Yeah. Okay. And now, we might put another part of the mountain there. I don't know. Nah, we'll cover that up with trees. We'll do trees over there too. So anyway, we're gonna go in with, I'm kind of like trying to figure out like what artistically I want to do and vice like what the canvas is giving me as a place to play. I'm mixing up phthalo blue and titanium white to create the mountain shade color. I'm gonna add some more white into that business. I kind of want it to be more marble. So to kind of get there, I first want to get it to a nice color, and then I want to get it to a marble consistency there. See that? Okay. Get your lick of paint right there. And then just think about where your shades are and just go for it. just give a little bit of painting shade here. And kind of dance it along the opposite of where your white's at. There's harmony. There's harmony between the blues and the sky and the blues of the snow that's reflecting into it, you know what I'm saying? You then come at this way. Grabbing just some more of that shade color there. Dance it on in there. Get this side over here. I forgot him. Can't forget the mountain over here. Just give like a little bit. Just give it like a little bit of love of that shadow there. Give it some help. Just like that. Because this is knife art here, I'm not too worried about, like, you know, I love when knife art pops out at you, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really love that aspect of knife work. There's a painting that I've actually done before where I blushed it all down with just phthalo blue, and then I used nothing but this. Nothing but this. And it's an amazing, amazing one-of-a-kind, I would say one-of-a-kind because I did it, but, freaking, yeah, like, it was a whole lot of fun. I think that's what's the point behind it. So, once you kind of have the idea of your mountains and everything like that, I want to diffuse and get the, snow. So I'm just gonna, tap. Tap and make a fog. Make a fog down here in the bottom of your mountain here, okay? You can be a little aggressive. You can come up here. You can come up as high as you want for that fog, okay? Mind your angles, as usual. Okay? But that's the idea. We just want to make fog. We want to push this mountain just a little bit further back than you are allowed. I'm going to allow you to see it. Okay? Even come in at this angle here and just kind of tap it out a little bit. And the more you tap, the more you diffuse. That's why we have a smock, so I can paint on myself. Tappy, 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 tappy. And then, with a brush, you can just 2 layers of some hair, bring it up, pull up the fog. At a time. Okay. Mountains! Done! Okay. So, what we're gonna do, I wanna do some trees here. And get like some really nice trees actually. I'm gonna have to get some more phthalo blue. Crap! Okay, it's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna go very, very conservative on the blue and bring in. Actually, I'll get more crimson than blue. A little bit more crimson than blue. Blue and purple. Blue. Phthalo blue, alizarin crimson, red and blue, or blue and red, however you want to call that. I'm gonna make a nice little mauve color. Get some of that ASMR in there. Such a nerd. Alright, yeah, I like the color of that. Now I just wipe the whole bottle there on this paper towel here, but that's not the point. Alizarin crimson. Wow, I like really committed to that. Okay. Trees in the background. Get your number 4 fan brush here. Load this sucker up with some of that purple. And we're gonna get so happy with these trees here, everybody. No big decisions, just, you know, tap it in. Make the indication that trees live here. Some are big, some are small. Some of the paint will come along with you, that's fine. You can even get a little busy, like a little bit more involved and happy trees, trees with friends. These are my trees, everybody. I don't need to explain any of my happy tree friends. Happy tree friends! I haven't heard about them in years. Oh my god, that is like OG internet television right there. It's gonna be really cold here in this world of mine. That's okay. That's fine. So you see that? There's a fog back here, and then all these beautiful trees. Grab a little bit of that darkness and put it into red and blue and see what happens. Get like a different flavor. Some different flavors of trees in there. It doesn't have to all be purple. I'm just kind of going out here on a whim, everybody. Because you can't have light if you don't have dark. And that's kind of the thing. Trees live in this brush, I tell ya. Yeah, maybe there's a reason why artists are crazy. I'm not sure. I don't feel like I'm crazy. I bet you like a majority of you all are like, oh my god, why did he kill all those clouds back there in the distance and whatever. Well, I will tell you what, those clouds look a lot closer than the ones in the background there. In fact, that looks all like one big cloud. But in our head, we know they're two separate clouds. So, There you go. If you knew, if anyone came up to you and was like, oh, it looks like one big cloud back there behind the Coors Mountains, you'd be like, excuse me, halt, Mr. Art Critic guy, but I know those are two separate clouds, and I just disproved your credibility as a painter. Suck it, nerd. Sometimes it's fun being an outside artist because, like, all these professionals, they have like, yeah, they have like their tools, they know what they're doing in life, and I'm sure that they've gone to schools and Ivy Leagues that taught them how to do the things that I'm sure that's really nice for them that they did do. But I didn't spend any money on an education to learn how to paint. I just went in on it. So, and I'm having a lot of fun doing it. And I think you all should too. Always a cleaner first and then a painter next. Yeah, that's how it works. Well, this is my painting, everybody. I'm kidding. What we're gonna do is we're gonna bring some land into this. And then we're gonna put some trees in, and some bushes, and some more land, and then ice it up. So that's the plan. It's always nice to have a plan, I think, especially when you have like an idea of like where you want to go in a painting. It's kind of like Neverland, I think. Art brush loaded up with as much icing as possible, and then just bring it on in. Lay it on thick. We are going into a winter wonderland, everybody. But also, if you make a choice, a conscious choice of where the land is laying down, don't change directions. It's kind of a big deal. Once you commit, just go with it. And all that blue underneath starts creating something that looks like shadows underneath, you know? Which is kind of like a little secret of, wow, I didn't know my canvas was going to be working for me and not against me, you know? Just caking on the white. And it's okay to add more and more and more white on top if you don't feel like the value of the icing, I call it icing because it looks like icing, is just not thick enough for you. Like if you just want to go back in and just put some more, go in and do that. It's your world. You can do whatever your heart desires. I just pretty much did like a treectomy here and just killed a whole bunch of tree feet underneath, but it's fine. Ta-da! Okay, I'm gonna make a tree, so I kind of need dark colors again, but I also want green. So, sap green. It's true though. shoot. I realized I just put this in my pocket of my smock, and then I like just threw it in there. Took the cap off and went straight in. I was like, nope. Okay, for a tree, we're gonna use Prussian blue, black, and green because they are dark colors, and your boy needs it. There's already some green coloration in black, midnight black as is. One of these days I want to get to a place where I can make my own color of black, but we're just not there yet. How did I learn to paint so good? Well, I was going through a divorce 3 years ago, and I needed a just an outlet of creativity. I was going to the gym 3 days a week, as I do still to this day. But I needed something creative to feed my mind. And I realized I was watching a lot of Bob Ross on YouTube. And so I got convinced, as one does, that I can do this. And I bought some materials. I educated myself within a week of what I wanted to do. I watched the same painting for about 2 weeks, and I wrote down notes on how to paint, what he said, what he meant when he did things. And I followed Bob Ross paintings until I got to a place where I was like, oh, I know what he's doing. I know when he's doing it. I know what colors indicate what things. And then it wasn't until about a year and a half ago that I started doing my own paintings and taking his ideas, his techniques, and applying them to my own paintings. And I just wing it. That's all I do. That's all I do. He literally tells you, I give you the tools so you can do it yourself at home. And it's true. If he can do it and make an easy buck out of it, then you can too. It's really that simple. Yeah. Of course, you know, it's not a cheap thing. I mean, a bucket of, a bottle of titanium white was like 20 freaking bucks. I was like, huh! All right, y'all. Prussian blue, black, and Prussian blue, ivory black, sap green, mixed up like no other's business. And I'm just gonna load this fan brush up. And what do you think? Should we have happy trees or should we have droopy trees? Trees in the Northwest, the branches either reach up to the sky or they just kind of like down and droopy. So we get to have a choice. You all get to have a choice of what kind of tree we're gonna go for today. Happy tree or droopy tree? Because trees live in this brush here. Get myself a drop of coffee here. Happy trees or droopy trees? Yeah, definitely for real dedication. I think it's like dedication if you find something that works for you. You know what I mean? I think that's probably the most important part, is finding something that you gravitate to artistically. But I will say though, what do you feel like best? King! Okay, alright. Alright, Mr. Indecisive. The best way to teach you all how to paint a tree up here is to start with a line and then go from the outside of your fan brush and go pop, 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 pop. Go in from the tip and then work your way and smudge it out. It's your world, sir. Yes, it is. I'm magical. Like a unicorn. So, bravery test. Up. And then just bring it on down. This tree, he's something special. He's a good happy Christmas tree that the Griswolds did not want. And that's okay. That's fine. Hold on. There's our tree. Right there. Just gonna, you know what? I'm just gonna brush it off right here. Get back into it. Because you know what, King? We all need friends. So we're gonna give him a friend. He lives, well, gosh darn it, he lives right there. He sure does. A little crooked. Someone stepped on him. No one knew that he was growing. Right there. That. Hold on. Full disclosure, we're just gonna add some more black into this. I'm gonna mix up some more. Oh, no, that's not. That's not a tube of black that wants to open. I should probably get rid of those. That's fine. It's okay. Some paints are like stupid old. Like I've had some paints around me that were like from 3 years ago. Probably still to this day. I just haven't used up. Alright, back to the painting at hand. Just load it up, side for side. Let's just get back into this. Just make him nice and dark. Dark. There we go. Add some more dark into this one. Yeah. Dog Cat, what is up, dude? My dude, Dog Cat, we are in it to win it. We're Where are you at here? He'll shout out. Oh, there we go. Thank you, Light. I appreciate that. Okay, another tree. Yeah, we're gonna put him right here. Boop, there he is. And then just go from the corner again and just tap him out. This guy, he lives in your brush, and that's okay. Right now we're just doing indications of a tree, just hanging out, living its best Christmas life. Doing like this is why we wear smocks. I'm like the worst artist ever. Grab some more of that paint. Come back in, just give more darkle height. Just like that. Even bring the branches out just a little bit, you know? Just like that. Boom. We got a tree, everybody. Crazy concept. Nice! Oh, I appreciate it. Big Hurts, my dude. Welcome. Welcome to the jam sauce. You know what? Should we give this one a friend? This one's got a friend. Should we give this one a friend? What do you guys think? Thank you! Oh, I appreciate it. Stay busy, getting busy. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, I think we should have a friend here. Like, maybe right about there. Yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna give. I like my trees having friends. I think that's just kind of like a really neat idea. Make a line, and then tap from the corner of your brush, and push, and let that color come out. To get rough with it. Get real nasty with the coloration of it, because this is all just shadow. It's fine. Because in a second, we don't know which one's going to be in front, which one's going to be in the back, but we know that they've got friends, and that's what matters. I like that part in painting. Oh, big herds. So how'd things go? We talking like good outcomes, bad outcomes. Adventures were worth it, right? Yeah, got some happy trees. Big Hertz got some happy trees. Oh! 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 Sir! Oh dear heavens. We're gonna put some, we're gonna put some snow on these trees. Snow? Should we put snow on the trees? Nah. Trees don't need snow. Maybe. We'll come to that. We'll come to that impasse in a second. What I would like to do is, definitely lay down some ground. And then we'll make some bigger decisions in life about our winter wonderland, everybody. Dollop the white and just lay it on there. Just drag it out. For this part, I'm not really all too worried about lay of the land, because it is, it's gonna come across. It's gonna come across one way or another that we've got snow out here. I'm not being as gentle as I would up here in the mountains, because up in the mountains, like, you kind of want the break. Here, I kind of just want, like, I want the indication of breaking happening, but it's not as important. I'm just trying to get the, God bless America. I'm just trying to get the white to just lay on top. I mean, decisions are kind of being made in the effect that I am trying to be conscientious of oh, come on. Don't be a dick. There we go. Laying down that snow there. Like that. Not bad, everybody. I want to give, like, the indication, just like, again, when it's up close, detail is ironically not that important. Oh, nothing in common whatsoever? I hate that. I hate when it's like, I've been in relationships where it was just like, we're here for each other, but there's absolutely nothing in common between the two of us. Definitely big hurts, and I feel like singularity and solace is, like, strangely one of the few things that I didn't realize one had to fight for in life, you know? mean, effectively what I'm doing is I'm just putting titanium white all up in this business. I might even just put just a little bit back here. Just give the indication that there's stuff happening back here. Yeah. I am okay with that. Spread the love a little bit. Yeah. Okay. Let's put some bushes in here. Kind of going for that black mountain color, a little bit of the green, just pulling it, right? And add some indications here. Grab some more. I may have to mix up some more, I don't know, we'll find out. Pull in one direction, turn the brush over. Up. Actually, hold on, let me, since I'm back to being aggro with my canvas again. There we go. You know what? Start all over again. I don't remember where I was at. Sometimes I just don't remember where I'm at. So you just want to pull in one direction with your brush, 1-inch brush, just pull. And then you're gonna turn, from the way you pulled, you're gonna turn it over and then just press and get the bushes popping out. Just like that. Then you just pull again. Same dirty brush, keep it pulling. It is a lake in the middle. I'm glad you got that because I was kind of afraid that it wasn't going to come across. But I'm glad it did. Back to the black, back to the black and green and all the other colors there. I don't like to like just kind of keep it going here. Put another one here. Just like that. Huh. Okay, back to the cleaning. Nice! Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad that that worked out for the ice lake there. I'm calling it Ice Lake. Yeah, for sure. We're gonna do a little bit of tree highlight on these two. We're gonna put some more indications of snow is around us for the month of December. Yeah. I'm really excited for this painting. More so now since it's coming together. And at first, if you were here at the very beginning, you would have seen a red circle and this blue afro thing going on here. And no one would have guessed that we were going to be getting clouds, mountain, a lake. None of that would have made sense. It's one thing that, and the thing is, like, I remember Bill Alexander once said, you have to brainwash yourself before you start painting. You're gonna have to, I hate to say the word brainwash, because it's such a different indication of what's going on. I go in with a plan. Okay? And then that plan gets not only just executed, but also not... Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It all depends. You know what I'm saying? For the highlights here, we're just gonna do a little bit of titanium white, and then grab a little bit of the phthalo blue, and just get like a nice thin blue color here on your old fan brush here, and just pop it in areas that make sense to you, where it looks like maybe a little bit of snow touched those leaves. Now the white will be thicker, so we'll touch the thin green that's on there. But you don't want to kill. I want it to look like, yeah, snow just fell, but I don't want to kill the darkness. Does that make sense? Okay. Something's going on. We're going to use a different white. Bringing out the big guns here. Big guns happen to be the liquid white, and we're gonna go liquid white phthalo blue. See how this measures up. There we go. It's kind of the indication that I really wanted here. Go back into the blue, liquid white. And I'm just barely touching some of the indication of snow on our trees here. Okay? Get this guy over here. Go back in, get some more of the liquid white phthalo blue. Okay. Now I'm gonna go and grab. There you go. Magic white. Just on the 1-inch brush here, I'm just gonna touch. Just barely touch. Hold on. Maybe a little bit too much. That's okay. No mistakes, just happy accidents, everybody. Because I'm not a professional. But gosh darn it. Maybe that bush just got a little bit more snow than the other ones, okay? pop of white on that. Maybe over here, just slow. Some snow on these bushes down here. Just like that. Now what we're going to do, we're going to take some of that liquid white, magic white, liquid white, really, really thin down titanium white here. Yeah, minor frost. And what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to dance along in the background here and really clean up the background, because the thinness and the thickness is just going to be like, whoa, what's going on here? That's kind of how liquid white talks to other paints. It's like, whoa, dude, what's up? And the liquid white's like, hey, what's up, brother? I'm practically cutting into the snow there. And then what I like to do sometimes, like a little signature thing that I like to do from time to time, is I like to put just a little bit of liquid white out here on the ice. As if there's just a little bit of snow that makes the water seem imperfect, you know? Even up close. Scratch the land a little bit. Some particular things that I like to do. And then I like to take my knife here and scratch in some trees and sticks and things. Because these little indicators, these little dooders here, add so much necessary, unnecessary details into your painting, because it's like, oh, look at the trees, look at the little sticks down here. And if you think I'm being loud, yeah, I'm being loud and obnoxious about my twiggies, okay? I go up, I go down, I go all kinds of directions with the twigs. Sometimes I'll even put one like that. Just put some random twigs. Why not? Let's get real crazy. Let's just put like a random color of twig. Just like that. What's going on there? Who is that? Why did the artist decide to do this? Randomly at the ass end of his painting. Was that intentional? The world may never know. Oh. As you should. Yeah, totally, right? So, that there, my friends, is another painting by yours truly. What do you all think? Yeah! There we go, guys. I'm done. I feel finished. What do you think? Do you think I'm finished? I just always put like, I have a bigger grin on my face at the end of these things. Thank you so much for tuning in to this Just Paint along with me, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell notification for more videos like this. I'd love to see your paintings just as well. Be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and don't pollute.